It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, how about this Raiders squad? They had the long drought without playoff wins. You had to go back to the AFC Championship season of 2002, but they got it done under head coach Josh McDaniels.
And Brandon, you know how much I love the history of the NFL. How about this? The Raiders and the Colts, the only teams that currently win a Super Bowl in two different cities. Now the Raiders with a chance to win in their third city.
Meanwhile, for the New Orleans Saints, what a ride this year under Dennis Allen. He takes over for Sean Payton, instills what seemed to be a new sense of purpose in his players, and they find themselves in the big game for just the second time in franchise history.
Partner, you've got to tip your hat to them because we remember that string of really tough playoff losses. But how about this franchise persevering? They had a sensational draft, an even better offseason, and they gelled as a unit, and now they have a chance to hoist the Lombardi Trophy for a second time.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they...
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second. Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Winston trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Raiders are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jameis and the Saints getting ready to take over once again. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives as they... Start again here. We'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. Winston's throw taken in by Landry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. One quarter done, and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 21-0 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Inside give to Elliott. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 67 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring it.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing Kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 4 yards remain for second down. Here's Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk to the 45. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll throw again. Winston. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Winston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So it's 4th. They wind up taking the 3. I'm not sure that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us? Let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And this one is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To try again after the sack. Winston, and a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. DeMarcus Lawrence with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Time in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl from the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Winston now.
Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Winston. And it's a fumble. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
And the Raiders pick it up, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Evans. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Winston. Forced out to his left. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's brought down. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Kamara.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Again, Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuck behind the line.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
From the gun, Winston. They'll get this fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunity?
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Tony Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. Fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. 78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go to Elliott again. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So after the incompletion on 1st. 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
On the move, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here. Second and 11 at the 41. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Raiders are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And some space here. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And how about this? Viva Las Vegas! The Las Vegas Raiders on top of the football world as they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, That's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Oh, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to read me. Yeah, they grinding, but we grinding different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cubone staying with the lip. Really became a boss many years back when I was gone. Give me pull your tears back. We put the bang and producer. Got no chance of hanging. And take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hit the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
I told my boss, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping the track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real in Jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man.
I told my boss, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I turn on my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. This visor to come on my face. You see me working and working. I'm getting it done. But soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boss, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking thanks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around in the round. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money call it right down. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go.
I told my boss, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 50 15 in it went instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Ooh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like it. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough. Damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 101 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2 on 2, that's like 4 they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent dude. Rent got them doing, that's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, yeah, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect lines from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level, maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I make men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating is make money, feed the kids. Ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. 8, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid. 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer, that's my mom's name. I create and find change, my mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
You see, it's 2 type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. It's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it.
Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk.
In the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, 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 gang. know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it.
Tonight, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll set up a throw. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ezekiel Elliott.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll give to Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And Mahomes going to run again. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Butker's kick here is good.